Hello guys, welcome my channel. I'm Kevin, one of the Malaysia running YouTuber. Today I'm going to talk about this pair of shoes, New Balance Fuel Cell Propel version number 5. Considered one of the most affordable daily trainer that you can find in this price range. The price for this pair of shoes is 529 ringgit. If you search around in the internet or in the shop, maybe you can get some discount on this pair of shoes and you can go around 400 plus for this pair of shoes. So that I consider this is one of the best buy daily trainer right now in the market. So without waiting further, let's move to the specification of the shoes. For my size, US 11, the shoes weigh exactly 300 gram. And the stack height on the heel here is 37 millimeter. Forefoot is 31 millimeter. Make the shoes 6 millimeter drop. And the shoes that has a fiber plate inside, so you can see the fiber plate directly in the middle. The bottom geometry almost similar with the SC Elite, that with the carbon fiber plate, but for this one, this is the TPU nylon plate on the bottom, and it's quite flexible that I can flex the plate itself. On the side, we can see there's the plate also as a stabilization on the side. Only one side, the other side, there is no plate, only just like a wing on the outer of the shoes. It's more like a stability shoes. For the upper, using the engineering mesh upper from front all the way to the back, and some heel collar on the back. The upper is totally different from the rebel itself, using the phantom fit upper. That I quite like the phantom fit upper, while for the propel is more to the softness and much more to the comfortable. For the whole shoes on the back of it, it has a lot of padding and provide a lot of cushion for my leg. And this is a stability daily training shoes. On the bottom, you can see the rubber design on the here. It's different with the rebel. So we can see the cutout over here that we can touch the TPU plate in the middle. It has a wave almost similar with the SC Elite. At the back here, you have like another two rubber for the heel striker for landings. For the fitting, it fit true to size, and the toe box area here, the sizing is just right amount of space for my normal fitting foot. It doesn't have much room, but there's some room for me to wiggle around. It not that too much that my feet is streaming in front, just nice a bit for my feet to wiggle around. So if you have a wide feet, maybe you can try with the normal sizing, or you can go to the E2 version, the wide version. If you are the narrow type foot, better go and try it, because it might be too loose for you. But for me, it's just nice because my feet is just at the normal width, so it fit really nice. For the cushion, it's really soft and really comfortable, same as the upper itself. The shoes is very well balanced and is a very stability shoes. By using the durometer, I know how soft is the shoes itself, so I try to go with the heel over here. For the heel, I get 14. 14 on the heel, and for the forefoot on the bottom here that has some running mark, let me put, it does only 9.5. So that's mean the form actually is really soft. Let's have an overview of the shoes after 100 km. The upper using the engineering mesh upper with few layer of mesh upper over here, so it covers some of the breathable of the shoes, even though the shoes is still breathable, but as not as breathable as the phantom fit, but I still able to live with the ventilation of the shoes. And the lace just long enough. The lockdown of the shoes over here is just nice. The lace lockdown is very nice, and the padding on the tongue is just right amount of padding, not too much or not too less. And the same as the heel collar over here, it has a very nice square up and give a lot of padding on my feet, especially on my ankle. It giving me some of the support over here, even though there's some irritating over this side because of the pointy on the back. If you see on the rebel, it has less pointy, but meanwhile for this, it has much more pointy compared to other pair of shoes that I use. It's a bit irritating, but it didn't cause me any shuffling or cuffing. So it's just a bit of irritating that something is pointing. Other than that, there's not much complaint for me for the upper. And for the form itself, for the midsole, you can really see all the wrinkle because it's using the fuel cell form. Once the fuel cell form get into the ground and start running, the compression on the fuel cell form already begin. So same as if you see this one, you can see all the wrinkle after 700 kilometer. More wrinkle than this one. This one, the compression starting to happen. So you can see a lot of wrinkle. And for the fuel cell form, that's what I like. Soft and responsive. Even though the shoes is using fuel cell form, but it's not as light as the other one, the Rebel, because there has a TPU plate and joint mesh upper, so make the shoes weight go up a bit by around 60 gram from the Rebel itself. So the shoes gain a bit of weight, but it's a very nice for a daily run. For the form, definitely no issue for the soft and response. But one thing is about the TPU plate. I can't really feel the proportion of the TPU plate because of the shoe seems like much more flat, doesn't have the banana shape curve, the rocker geometry compared to the Rebel. The Rebel has a much more nice rocker geometry. Meanwhile, for the Propel is much more on the flat side before it's curved up a bit. It's more to the stability and cushion can rock up more to daily mileage. So using this pair of shoes is more suitable for easy run or more to long run. If you feel like want to go for on a faster on that day, this shoe seems like a bit of lacking of this what I experienced from the shoes. For the outsole, basically all the rubber still attached very nicely, same as the back of the shoes. All the rubber still very intact very nicely. Just only some dirt on the bottom, same as the other pair of the shoes. All of it still very nice after 100 kilometer. How I use the shoes during this 100 kilometer mostly is daily mileage. I just use the shoes from 5 kilometer up to 15 kilometer using this pair of shoes. For me, I think the shoes seems like a bit much more heavier compared to all my other daily trainer. The shoes weigh at 300 gram, even though there's a plate in the middle, the TPU plate. It seems like lack of the proportions. The shoe seems like once I land, it didn't have the proportion that want to roll me forward to the next step. Even though there's a fuel cell form that bounce and soft, but the softness of the form and the weight of the shoes seems like dragging it down before I need to roll it off for my next step. Even though there's a TPU plate, but I can't feel the plate proportion, not like all the other carbon plated shoes. Once you land, when you go to the forefoot, the toe off area, you can starting to feel the compression of the plate and the plate starting to push my leg off from it. But for me, I can't feel the plate, the TPU plate. Maybe it's because of the TPU plate too soft. I'm not sure. Is it the same? Yeah. Both of the TPU plate seems like a bit too soft for my leg, or I bend it too much, or it designed like that. I feel the TPU plate doesn't affect much, doesn't have the effect for me to proportion me for the next step. I feel like all the energy that I get is from the fuel cell form itself, so not from the plate itself. So for me, I just bring it out for 5 kilometer easy day or up to the 15 kilometer run with this pair of shoes. I did try to bring it for the faster pace, but I feel like I need to do much more work when I'm using this pair of shoes. Rather than the other pair of shoes, it's much more easy to pick up the pace. For this, I still need to push much more energy, compress it, then I only can move to my next step. Especially when I want to go for the tempo workout or interval workout. This pair of shoes seems like not suitable at that area. But when it's running on the much more easier space, logging much more daily mileage, yes, this pair of shoes provide me a lot of cushions, the softness, the bounciness, everything it able to provide for me. Where Propel 5 should be placed in the shoe rotation. First thing first, when I look at the design of the Propel, I'm thinking, is it a SC Elite trainer? Even though SC Elite really there has a SC Elite trainer with the high stacker, I didn't brought that pair. It's almost similar design, the stack height, left and right, the front design even the bottom almost similar. At first, when I get this pair of shoes, I thought, is it both of them should be trimmed together because of the stack height, everything? But it seems like no for me. This seems like more to daily trainer, more to daily mileage logging on it because of lack of the proportion feel. Meanwhile, for the SC Elite, it has much more bouncy, soft, and much more proportion. If I try to bend the carbon plate, it's really hard to bend for the SC Elite compared to the Propel. I can easily just bend. I'm not a big muscle guy, but I can very easy to bend the Propel version 5. If you look at it, this is easy because there's no plate inside. But for the Propel, it's like very easy to bend the TPU plate. Who should get the Propel version 5? If you're looking for a pair of shoes that can handle your daily mileage, easy run, long run without breaking your bank, definitely Propel version 5 is your choice of shoes. Who should not get Propel 5? If you're a person looking for a speed shoes, definitely Propel 5 is out from your. If you still want to go with the New Balance, maybe you can try on the Rebel that I like the most on my easy, long run, and even speed work. One pair of shoes that I can handle everything. That shoes that you can go venture into it. So guys, that's all for my 100km review on the New Balance Propel version 5. What I'm thinking about the shoes, definitely is a good stability, cushion, daily mileage training shoes. So that's all on my video. See you guys on the next video. Bye.